That's a very efficient way of cooling things down. Trash. Hello, everyone. Welcome back in the special studio, which is Vincent's room. Everybody say hello to Vincent.
Hello, Vincent.
Vincent, say hello to everybody.
I didn't hear anything.
Guys, you have to say it louder. Say hello to Vincent.
Hello, Vincent.
Hello.
There you go. Being in this professional studio only means one thing. I am German again. I'm not on other days, you know. We are gonna try my favorite food ever today. The studio's falling apart. Actually, I really do like the main product of this video very much, but just in Maßen to an extent, and that's fine. Today we're gonna try all Samyang bulldog noodles that I can find. Here in Germany, I have access to not all of them, but I really tried to dig and I really tried to also find some more of the rare flavors. It's not like I'm new to this game. I've tried a lot of Samyang bulldog noodles. If you've ever tried these noodles, you know that they are quite spicy, and I still remember to this day the first time I tried these noodles. I think I saw them on YouTube back then. I was confident that I'm gonna like them, and I ordered like a 5-pack on Amazon, just like the original flavor. And when I tell you, I was humbled real quick. We can't handle those. I can't. Well, I can to an extent nowadays, but back then I was thrown out of my socks. And since it's getting cold outside, maybe we just need to warm ourselves from within and get warm with the help of Samyang noodles. Doesn't that sound great? Also, I'm still like a little bit sick, and maybe that's just gonna help rinse out all the bad energy and germs out of my body. I'm pretty sure that's how to cure a sickness. I think we should just get into it because we have a lot of noodles on our list today, and let's get eating. Pray for my health. Pray for my guts. Pray for my toilet. All of those above. Include all of them in your prayers tonight. That would be very nice. Thank you. Obviously, we're gonna start with the original flavor. That is, I think it's just chicken. The black one, which I always thought it's the red one, but apparently the black one is the original flavor of Samyang bulldog, so I guess that's the one. The first Samyang noodles that I tried, they were definitely red. Maybe they also changed it? I don't know. I don't think I've ever had the black ones actually. Or did I? I don't know, did I? I actually remembered those to be way more red. Don't you worry, guys. I am prepped and primed. Banana milk, mango lassi. Those two shall be my helpers for today. I hope they will last me to the end of this video. I'll probably drink them up just after this one. Maybe they're not as spicy as I remember. They don't look as spicy. I feel like it's still gonna taste the same like the red one that I had. So cheers. That's actually not spicy at all. It's actually really mild. You want some? You seem jealous.
Yeah,
You can have one noodle each time.
I have one.
He was holding up Chili's tail. Just has little information for you. These are still obviously spicy. I was wrong, but I can already breathe way more easily through my nose. It's not stuffed anymore, so I think we're doing good so far. I wouldn't necessarily eat a whole thing without cream. I think I'm gonna give some it makes my German come out. But if you get past the spiciness, the flavor is really nice. I think I'm gonna give them a 6 out of 10. The spice is just too overpowering to me, and I feel like they definitely have better ones than just the original one. Da brauche ich doch erstmal direkt ein Stück Bananenmilch. By the way, I also thought, why not create a whole new species of Samyang noodles? And we're all gonna throw them into one bucket, and then in the end, I'll have my own Samyang noodles, customized again. What did we call that again? For Oreo, we did Mother Oreo? So this is gonna be Mother Noodle? Sounds wrong. I think we should call it the Fire Bucket. Do you like that? He likes it. Next, we're just gonna level up a little bit. I got basically the same noodles, just the 2 times spicy. I don't think I ever had these, because why would I? If you can handle spice, then the ones that I just tried, you could do these. But twice as spicy? We're still gonna give it a try. with this one, the 2 times spicy, we also have a bit of a different format. The one that you can eat on the go. These ones are also, as far as I can see, smaller noodles because obviously you will have to just soak them in hot water and you can't really cook them, so they're smaller. But I thought, why not also try the portable version for once? I am very well aware that this one will take my shoes off. Like in all German Girl Tries videos, we obviously have to try the original ones as well, even if they hurt us. That is the golden rule. Read the handbook. Why do they always look so good but taste so deadly? Why is my mouth drooling even though I know I'm gonna die? Ugh, die schmecken ja gar nicht gut. I don't like these. And now the spiciness kicks. The spice literally tastes bitter. I really don't like these. Guys, I don't know what it is about those, but they are literally bitter. Compared to the first ones, I can't talk. I have the direct comparison now, and I can tell you 2 very important differences between the original one and the 2 times spicy. The 2 times spicy is twice as spicy. And second of all, it just doesn't taste good. It's just bitter and spicy. I don't understand that one. Like, why would you eat that? I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to give these a 3 out of 10 broccolis. Maybe even a 2 out of 10 broccolis because these are almost not edible for me. The 2 times spicy is a major... so much worse than the original one. Fui. But this goes into our fire bucket. Sadly, this will definitely turn it into a fire bucket. That's for sure. I really don't want this to happen, but I guess it has to. It's the way of life, the way of Samyang. We sadly also have a 3 times spicy. As I predicted already, almost drank all of my condiments. These definitely look like the first ones again. I would say they actually look exactly the same, but when I prepared this, the spice pack?
Sachet. Awesome. Okay.
Oh no, since when? But I can definitely tell you that when I prepared these ones, the spice sachet, the liquid in there was actually way more liquid than with the original flavor. Maybe because they put more liquid depth in there. The only explanation that I have. Never forget your sesame seeds. You want it to taste good, don't you? Vincent, I'm scared. Hier, das ist deine Nudel. Do you dare? You dare? Before me? Dun, 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 dun. Delicious?
Death.
Death? 1 noodle? I have 5,572. I'll try 1 noodle. Ew. I can confirm Vincent's opinion that 1 noodle is fine, even though it gets spicier and spicier. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay. I don't know if I should have done that. I feel like now I only know how bad it can get. Come on, Naomi, you can do it. Don't chicken out. It's for your health. This one's even more bitter. Why do they all turn so bitter? It's still fine. It's not fine anymore. It's not fine. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's... Okay. It's bad. It's really bad. Oh wow, it burns in my eyes right now. Okay, this one. Why are my eyes burning? You know, I thought there's probably not even such a big difference between 2 times spicy and 3 times spicy, but there is. My banana milk is empty. My mango lassi is empty. My soul is empty. Aua! Mein Mund brennt. Au! Where's the cold air? I'm trying to find it in the room. I think I'm hyperventilating.
Well, then, don't.
This was so spicy. It burned a hole into my sock. I'm alive! I'm still not over it. It's still happening in my mouth. I actually have been watching videos of this one creator on TikTok who's like eating 3 times spicy noodles, just real quick, slurping them down, and then she's dying, but she's not even dying in the way that I died after 1 sip. I was always like, okay, how bad can it be if she can eat it? But these are the moments in life where I'm just glad that I don't have any hair on my head, because that certainly would have burned it all away. So obviously I will have to give these 0 out of 10 broccolis. I don't think I have to explain the reasons. Unfortunately, we will also have to put these ones into the fire bucket, the bucket of fire. How disgusting. Something plopped in my ear. I can hear again. Wow, the noodles healed me. I love the 3 times bulldog. After those 3 that we had to go through, it's time to treat ourselves with Samyang Carbonara flavor. I think this is definitely an all-time favorite of mine, and probably also of the world. It's not too spicy. It obviously is still spicy, but it doesn't burn all of your insides. This is the carbonara flavor. I know it doesn't necessarily look much different than the last ones. Already, when you're preparing this, you can see that it's definitely also way more creamy. Obviously, you also put some kind of powder in it. And if you look closely, you can also see that there's little bits of, I don't know, what is that? Oregano? I don't expect much of a crazy realization here. Like butter to my throat. Obviously, these are also still quite spicy, but very manageable. They're a little creamy, hence the carbonara, and they're just good. Love them so much. So if you want to start with Samyang noodles, I can definitely recommend you these ones, because as I said, they are spicy but creamy, flavorful. When I can eat it, you can eat it. I think the most important part is that these actually have a flavor, not like the 3 times spicy. Into the fire bucket you go. I'm currently thinking about what's stopping me to give these a 10 out of 10, because flavor wise they are a 10 out of 10 to me. It's gonna get a 10 out of 10. Fight me. The carbonaras are a 10 out of 10 in my book. Write it down. Next, we're gonna try another classic, and it is the Samyang kimchi noodles. I actually don't know the spice level of these. I don't think I ever tried them, but I would think they taste like kimchi. Huh? I have to say, look-wise, they're a bit different. They are also very much like the originals. You also get the kimchi flakes with this one. I don't know if these flakes maybe are what's kimchi about those. Maybe that's all. Maybe only the flakes are what's making it kimchi, and the spice packet is actually the exact same like the original ones. We shall find out. I'm not sure if I like the kimchi flakes. They're quite chewy. Was I supposed to add them earlier? I don't read the instructions anymore. Usually you just add it on top at the end. I think it does taste a little different, but maybe it's just my head now. I don't know. I like those though. They're definitely, again, a bit more spicy than the carbonara ones because they're not that creamy, but I do like the flavor of kimchi. I just don't like the texture of the kimchi flakes. Nonetheless, I don't feel very strongly about those. I'm just gonna put them right in the middle field. They're gonna get a 6 out of 10 broccolis. No, actually, I think they're a little bit better than the originals. They're gonna get a 7 out of 10 broccolis. You know what? That's what they're gonna get. I think we can all agree on that. Next, we're gonna try Samyang cheese flavor. I think that is the point where we can consider it not being a classic anymore. It's definitely not rare yet, but it's also not a super common flavor. Actually, I think these look a little less orange. With these ones, you also have a cheese sachet with cheese powder in it, and that's what makes this cheesy. It doesn't look cheesy. It doesn't smell cheesy. Maybe a little bit, actually. That's a very efficient way of cooling things down. They're not bad, but I think the cheese flavor could be way more intense. It's just a cheese hint. You can barely even taste it. It's good though. I think they're better than the kimchi ones, better than the original, because I like that there's another flavor in there. I would give them an 8 out of 10 broccolis. There could be a 9 or a 10 out of 10 if they would put a little bit more cheese flavor in there. But obviously you could customize it yourself and put some cheese in there yourself. Just a crazy idea. It's a good noodle. Oh, so spicy. I also forgot to mention that Vincent is sexy today.
I just changed the sheets yesterday.
My body feels hot.
Burning up for you, baby.
Nick Jonas?
And the other Jonas. And the other Jonas.
Ach so. You know that Nick Jonas is my fave.
I did not.
His song Jealous was the best song ever. Ready to get hellish, I still get a little off key, but the effort was there.
Chainsaw's better.
Chainsaw? Chainsaw Man?
Yeah.
I love how it has so much variety of color. Now, it's time for something that I've also never tried before. And it is Samyang buldak, the stew type. Which means it's basically the original Samyang noodle as a stew. Soup. Spicy noodles is one thing, but steaming hot, watery, soupy spicy noodles. So obviously they're also different in the way you make them because you don't drain the water. You just leave it in there and then you put the spice in and then you also have some kind of powder, which I would assume is just some dehydrated vegetable pieces. In the end, when you look at it, you can see that there are little pieces of vegetables in it, just like tiny little. It definitely looked kind of scary when I just let them stand there and then all the spice kind of settled down and just spread around the noodles like this, and I can really see all the spiciness in there. I think you should try 1 spoonful of the stew type to tell me if it's horrible.
Of this what?
Stew type.
I don't even know what it is.
Stew type.
What is that?
Stew type.
But it's chicken.
Yeah, but it's artificial chicken. Stew type.
Oh, it's girl.
Wow, it looks like it's glittering. Is it spicy?
Not yet.
Is it spicy now?
Not yet.
It's spicy now.
Nice.
Yeah?
I mean, I don't want more, but it's nice.
You like it? You didn't even get anything in your mouth. Here is my stew type. I guess now it's time for us to try it. A little bit hot. Ow. Ooh. Ooh. That stew is delicious. It definitely reminds me of Shin Ramyun. It's also not necessarily so much spicier than Shin Ramen. Or maybe my mouth is just numb from all the other flavors. I don't really know. Maybe I let the noodles cook for a little bit too long. They're a little bit soggy, which kind of dims the experience right now. I'm not a big fan of the noodles. I feel like they're too thick, a bit too soggy, so that's probably on my part. The stew though, the broth, it's very nice. It's also not too spicy. I feel like they toned down the spice a little bit because they knew it was gonna be a hot broth. I think that works really well, but I do prefer Shin Ramyun. And I think Shin Ramyun is still a little bit more flavorful, but this is still not a bad noodle. I still like them very much. I will put them right up there on an 8 out of 10 broccolis. Obviously, very nice for the colder days. Well, that's gonna be nice in our fire bucket. That's gonna make all the noodles so soggy. At least it brings a different kind of color into our fire bucket, hey? No, there's so much liquid in there. What a spicy night. And not the good kind of spicy, if you know what I mean. I don't even know what I mean. Next, we're gonna try one which I've also never tried and also never seen before. It's called Samyang buldak sweet and spicy chicken. Mistake me if I'm wrong, but I think all Samyang buldak noodles are chicken flavor. But apparently this one is sweet and spicy chicken. So the spicy is not new, but the sweet probably. I would think that it tastes a little bit sweet maybe? I have no idea actually. The packaging also doesn't tell you so much. Okay guys, these ones actually look crazy. Wow. Okay, we get it. They all look the same. Although, technically speaking, I feel like these are a bit more brown, aren't they? Maybe the noodles are smaller? Or is that just my mind? Am I going crazy? Is the spice getting to my brain? Oh my god, I almost forgot the most important part. Maybe this makes all the difference. Although it looks like it's just sesame seeds. Black and white ones. Itadakimasu. Hold up. Flavor-wise, they actually remind me of Indomy Noodles. I don't know if you've ever tried them. They look like this, and me and Vincent, we used to eat them a lot for a long time. And they have a similar taste. I like these very much. Very, very good. They don't look like it, but they taste very, very different. They're also not that spicy. Maybe it's because they're also a little sweet. Wow. These are great. I wish I could just keep eating these. I always thought that the other Indomie noodles, they were a little bland. They could have deserved a little more flavor. And I feel like these ones definitely pack the flavor. They obviously also pack the spiciness, but they taste really good. I'm a fan of these. Are they a 10 out of 10? I feel like the carbonara noodles just have something that none of the other noodles have so far. This creaminess that I'm missing. So I'm sorry to say, I'm definitely going to give them a 9 out of 10 because they're my favorite right after the carbonara ones. Very delicioso.
That's delicioso. The fuck out of my face.
Oh, can't even lift the fire bucket anymore. It's stuck. Next is a flavor that I also have never heard of before. I don't think it's super rare, but I've never tried it. And it is Habanero lime flavor. Habanero lime, I feel like could really bring a new flavor into this. Just a new freshness, obviously. That's just what lime does. So I'm very excited about this one. The packaging actually looks so similar to the sweet and spicy that I've just tried. They're both purple, which is weird because none of the other ones have the same color. Suspicious. I just spilled a little bit of orange sauce on Vincent's bed sheets. I tried to get it out, Vincent. Please don't kill me, okay? He's not here. He's playing Apex right now. I feel like I'm doing something illegal. Anyway, habanero and lime. Different look once again. This one was also just a sauce sachet. No powder. Doesn't really smell like lime or habanero. My lips burn so much. Oh, why is this one so spicy again? Is it because of the habanero? Apart from the spice, it's also not good. Oh, why is that one so spicy again? I have no milk. What is this now? I didn't like those ones. The lime in there was not good at all. It just tasted like something that you clean with. I don't know how to describe it. It just didn't taste like lime. It didn't taste refreshing. It just tasted wrong in there. This flavor is not it. I will give this a 2 out of 10 broccolis. Obviously, it's not as bad as the 3 times spicy, but bye. Boy, bye. This is all that I'm gonna try today because first of all, I'm very full. They won't fit anymore into my fire bucket. And third of all, yeah, those are the 2 points. So you know what? We're just gonna try the fire bucket now with all the flavors that I just tried. I need 4 chopsticks. Must stir my fire bucket noodles. It feels like I'm making some kind of poison. 4 chopsticks. I think it's actually good that I added the stew type in here because it was obviously standing here in Vincent's room for quite a bit. The stew type kept it quite moist. Anybody wants a bite? I'm actually quite scared of the 3 times spicy in there. I don't know how well they're gonna get through there. I had quite a bit of the sweet and spicy ones. A little bit of the lime. You want some? I have 4 chopsticks.
Why?
Because it's a lot of noodles. Hello. It's really good though.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fire bucket was on fire. As I said, I think I'm done for today because I'm full. I'm on fire. But yeah, I will definitely carry on with the rest on another day because I need time to eat these. And I need time in general. Help. Hello! We are back. Now, I actually have the more, dare I say, rare flavors. Well, it depends on where you live. Probably none of these are rare to you if you live in Korea or maybe even America. But here in Germany, it's quite rare. It was quite hard to get my hands on them. And I'm very happy that I can eat dinner now. So next, we're gonna try the jajang flavor, which is black bean noodles. If you didn't know, jajangmyeon is a super popular Korean black bean noodle dish. And me and Vincent, we are fans of it, even though we didn't have it in quite some time. Do you remember that phase? That was a good phase. I even made it myself. So I'm very curious if this Samyang jajang flavor has more flavor, because obviously it will also be spicy. Here is our Samyang jajang. It looks like a normal jajangmyeon, brown. You could think that this is not spicy at all, but I have a feeling that this will be very spicy as well. I don't know why. Cheers. Not me pulling the Vincent hiccups when the spice hits you. Vincent, I got you spice hiccups! I can definitely tell you that it is still a spicy product. Just because it's brown, it's not less spicy. What do you think?
I mixed mine with cottage cheese.
That's the jajangmyeon that I like. Yeah, it's quite spicy. I agree with you on that. But how do you like the taste?
I don't like it very much because it just tastes like chili powder.
I see your point. I just don't think jajangmyeon should be that spicy, because you just don't taste any black bean noodle anymore. Again, for people with higher spice tolerances, maybe you're safe. It's definitely spicier than, for example, carbonara. There was also no powder that you add into it. There was already this sauce in there. I got myself a sausage to enjoy this more. I just can't give them such a high rating because there's just not enough black bean flavor to me. There's definitely better jajangmyeons out there, even in the instant ramen genre. So I think I'll give them a 6 out of 10 broccolis, which I know will make a lot of people upset because I think this is a very beloved flavor. But again, we will create a second batch of the fire bucket. I'm actually very curious if today's fire bucket with the second half instant ramen will taste better or worse than our last fire bucket. Next on our list, we're gonna try a flavor that seems maybe a bit familiar. We're gonna try the flavor cream carbonara. And this one is obviously also carbonara, but apparently more creamy, which I do not mind. You guys know I'm a creamy girl, so I feel like this could really be a flavor up my alley. I feel like they look like the carbonara noodles, maybe a little less orange. I don't think they're necessarily more creamy. I put a little bit too much water in maybe. They definitely sound more creamy. Huh. I honestly don't taste any difference. I don't know, guys. I think they taste exactly the same. Why did they do that? Also, obviously not too spicy, but also obviously the same taste, flavor, and rating as for the carbonara ones. My sausage is cold. That's my palate cleanser. In you go. I feel like so far we have a great mix. Next, we're gonna try Samyang flavor quatro cheese. 4 Käse. 4 cheeses. I don't think I've ever tried this before, but I would imagine that it tastes similar to the cheese one. Cheesy. If this one doesn't blow me away with a super intense cheese flavor, then I'm disappointed. Because 4 cheeses to me includes mozzarella, Gouda, Gorgonzola, and Emmentaler. At least one cheese that is super fragrant. I would expect this to be in there. If this doesn't taste like the cheesiest cheese noodles I've ever eaten, then I'm gonna be disappointed. So this better be cheesy. Note to self, don't wear pink when you eat fire noodles. I'm just taking my nudes. Vincent's eating with me right now, but he's eating rice with Maggi. Cheers! Definitely more cheesy than the other ones. In order to like these, you obviously have to like this artificial cheese flavor, which not everybody likes in this room. But also, it does taste very cheesy if you forget about the artificial part. I think you would probably achieve the same result if you were to just put a lot of cheddar cheese powder in there. I don't really think the powder that you put in there is much different to that. So maybe it's unnecessary, but it tastes good. I'm also getting used to the spiciness again. They definitely get a 9 out of 10 from me.
Damn.
Actually, I think I like them as much as the Cabonara noodles, so it would be fake from me to not give it a 10 out of 10 broccolis. Guys, I have the feeling the fire bucket is gonna be so delicious today. Only good flavors going in there. Only 10s, 10s, 10s across the board. And 6. Well.
I really would like a cat to cuddle with me now.
Next, we're gonna try one that is very familiar to me because I've had it before, but it's also been some time since I had it, so I don't know if I still like it or I don't know if I even liked it. Anyway, we're gonna try Samyang curry flavor. Well, this one definitely smells so much like curry. It also looks like curry. I mean, the color. They're all orange, okay? But this one definitely has the strongest and most intense smell out of all of them so far. Look how much I can get on my chopsticks. I'm such a professional now at eating.
Nice.
Why is it not spicy? This is the least spicy out of all of them. It actually tastes a little bit like was it golden curry? It actually tastes exactly the same, even though I think the golden curry is probably Japanese, or is it also Korean? Who left that gap in my background? It definitely tastes similar, so I could imagine that this instant curry flavor is kind of the same. If you're a fan of curry, this is your Samyang flavor. I personally am not the biggest curry fan, so I can't rank them super high, but it's still objectively a good flavor. So I guess I'm just gonna give it like a 7 out of 10 broccolis. That's fair. Next, we're gonna try a flavor that I personally have never seen before. I don't know if it's new. It doesn't even look like the usual Samyang design, and I think it's also not like the usual Samyang flavor, because right here we have hot pepper flavor. So no chili, pepper. Pepper, banana, fanta, faux pepper. So this is quite crazy because we don't have chili. Is it still gonna be spicy, but pepper spicy? But I love this little bunny on here. It looks like it's spicy. It's like, but actually I don't mind spice from pepper. I can do pepper spice quite well. So this one obviously looks very different, and I can already also tell you that it smells so different. It just smells like pepper. But this is the first one out of all of the ones that I've tried in this video that actually had 3 sachets. One with powder, one with flakes, and one with oil. It's still spicy.
I can do pepper spice quite well.
Oh, with the pepper flakes that are on there, it's also such a weird texture because you literally bite on big pepper flakes. I'm not a fan of that. It doesn't have much flavor other than pepper. It literally tastes like you just put your whole pepper grinder in there. I'll have to give these a 4 out of 10 broccolis. Maybe there's also chili in there. I don't trust Samyang anymore. Well, I guess that's the first noodle that's gonna drag down our fire bucket. It's high. We're actually getting towards the end of this video, but I still have 2 flavors that I want to try. And the next one is actually Samyang tteokbokki. It is actually just the original bulldog flavor, the one that I had first in this video, but with tok, with rice cakes. So this one you obviously make in a little bit of a different type of way because it's tteokbokki and not noodles. You just pour in the sauce, then put in some hot water, and then you put it into the microwave. But be careful when you take it out, this will be like hot lava. In my case, it also sadly exploded in the microwave, but maybe I also didn't close the lid well. I don't know, maybe it was my fault. But I also feel like German microwaves are just different than Korean ones. I feel like our microwaves are not for putting stuff in it for so long, because this was in the microwave for 4 minutes. It just feels illegal. Anyway, I also put a little bit of cheese in there because you just can't eat tteokbokki without cheese. I mean, you can, but where's the fun in that? This is so good. The rice cakes are not bad. They're very chewy, very soft. It's not too spicy. I've actually never had this. I just had the rose version, which I sadly didn't get for this video because it was not available anywhere. But I have to say I like the original version as much. Very good. Why is this not even that spicy? Am I just used to the spice now? I think the cheese is a great addition in this. I feel like this sauce is so much better than the sauce of the original noodles. I just want to keep eating these. This is a 10 out of 10 for me. Amazing. I am gladly adding this into the fire bucket. Now I actually have one more. This last one that I want to try is one that I have already tried and I loved it. But obviously I have to try it again for the sake of this video, for everyone who didn't see me try this. This is one of my favorite flavors, if not my favorite flavor ever. It is basil and cream, and also I think these are like udon noodles, or at least quite thick noodles. The only problem with those is that it's quite old and I think also expired. This was expired 19th of November 2023. It's not even a year. Looks good to me. So here is our final noodle, the basil cream. I have to say it did look a little bit suspicious when I unpacked it because the noodles were very strongly glued together, but I don't remember if it maybe was the same when I ate it when it wasn't expired. So maybe it's all good. You have the same procedure. You put the sauce in, some hot water, put it into the microwave, and then afterwards you put the powder in. So I think it looks good to me. We're just gonna try one noodle first to see if it passes the expiration test. I think it doesn't actually. It does not taste the way it did when I first tried it. The fact that it tastes expired is just not holding it up to the expectation. It's like a bit sour. So I'm gonna pass on this one. We're also not gonna add this to our fire bucket. I'm not crazy. That was my last flavor. That was a very interesting video, at least for me, because now I really for sure know which Samyang flavor I like the most, which is, as expected, the Carbonara flavor. This is no surprise. But what is a surprise is that I really love the quattro cheese and also the normal tteokbokki. That was probably the biggest surprise to me because, well, I always thought the original spice was boring and didn't taste like much, but the tteokbokki really hit it for me today. So these were my top flavors, but you thought I would forget to try our fire bucket. I have to say it's a bit more stubborn than the other one because I do not have the liquid in there that was in the other one thanks to the stew type. Cotton candy. I have a rice cake right here. That's probably the most important part. I only taste the curry. To be honest with you, I don't really know what the outcome of my fire buckets is. I wouldn't recommend you to try it, but the fact that the second one only tastes like curry, it feels like a scam. Alright guys, this was this video. I can't believe I did this. I think I will not even eat Samyang noodles ever again in my life. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social media, which is Naomi John on Instagram. Naomi John on
TikTok.
and also Naomi John on.
And what are we doing again? Spotify.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Include me in your prayers tonight. You know exactly why. Bye.